I was a lot of their first, being their first plus size curvy model.
You couldn't let anyone know the things that you were going through, you know, whatever you shared.
The Bible says, but the God of all grace, hallelujah, and after you suffered a while, how many have
choice to write your own story? Would you write it, or would you let someone else have the pen?
Mm, 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 mm. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another segment of Early Morning Coffee with Marvina and her BFF. Here we give our voices to the voiceless and we let you say what is on your mind. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good
Welcome, welcome,
morning.
welcome.
Good
I'm
morning,
excited about
Chanel.
it. Of course, good morning, my sister, my love of my life, my mama's other little half over here in New Jersey. Give everybody there a love and tell them Marvina said good morning and good afternoon and I love them and all that good stuff whenever you see them. Hey y'all, I know y'all look at her like that girl looking crazy. Look at her with that big old pink thing on her face. You see my pink thing, Yvonne?
I see it. I see it.
I'll give y'all the reason for a minute. But of course, I got my cup of coffee. I got this my BFF brought me some, I said, BFF, I don't have no coffee. So my BFF said, I'm going to roll you some coffee. So she brought me this, I think it's caramel, great back, caramel something. It's really good.
Vanilla something.
Some stuff is
Cinnamon
really good.
something.
It's
Is
great
it okay?
value. It's from Walmart, of course. You know, we trying to save a little money. And
Wally World.
Wally World, original creamer, and also some sugar. Now, go ahead, BFF. Take it over.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this morning I am drinking from my Falcons mug. Everybody know it is.
Pull it back.
It's
Pull it back.
hold on. Let me pull back some and
Yep,
go
there
over
you
this
go.
the other way.
Put it in front of you.
Everybody know for
Yeah.
me it is football season. So when in Rome, do what the Romans do. We don't play the Monday night, but I'm still drinking from my mug in preparation of the win. I expect them to go out and play to get on on Monday, and I am drinking some. So when I bought Marvina's coffee, I don't have one of the pods to where you can put your own coffee in there. And I need one because I want to try that coffee. So I'm glad that it's good. But I wound up with some 8 o'clock original coffee. So I'm finally finished with the coffee that I bought from Target. So I'm with the 8 o'clock original coffee. I have some equal in there
You
because
finished
even though
Tarjay coffee?
huh?
You finished Tarjay coffee?
I finished Target coffee, girl. I finally finished it. But I'm gonna tell you something. I got my money's worth for $15
I
now.
ain't
It
mad
only
at
took me like what 6 months or so.
you. Yeah.
But and I'm drinking some. I have some equal in there, and I have some hazelnut this morning. So I kind of came. I cheated a little bit. I had the sugar. It didn't. The coffee was good, but it didn't taste the best to me. So I just kind of flipped it back and went back with equal, and I used creamer with a little bit of sugar in it. So that's kind of where I'm at this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to burn up. I'm about to burn
You
up.
ain't got your fan, girl.
No, girl, it's one of those mornings. I dropped my fan. If y'all could see the behind the scenes, I dropped my fan trying to get in here and get everything set up. Marvina's calling. I dropped my fan and the thing popped off. So I am burning up. I have no way to.
Oh, sorry. I called you. I was like, okay, where BFF? We here ain't go live. Where she at?
I
Well,
woke up late.
everyone knows that this month is Cancer Awareness Month, which I'm
Mhm.
still trying to really understand this breast cancer awareness thing because everybody don't have breast cancer. There's other people with
That's
breast
right.
cancer. So I mean, I'm celebrating the pink, because that's what everybody's wearing. But I love you too, Robin. Oh,
Good
good
morning.
morning. Oh,
And
everybody
I
knows
have on
I
pink
have just
too.
breast cancer. I have a son who's diagnosed with lymphoma, cancer.
Hmm.
He's in the hospital. Um, he's in the
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
yeah. Say it again. Say it again.
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah. So right now he's in there again for he's going his second round for chemo. My
Hmm.
baby's a trooper. Let me tell y'all something. I know it might get as it progresses, it kind of breaks down his immune system, and he's But when I say my baby a trooper, he just keeps me going. I'm mommy. I'm mommy, and I try not to show or be worried. Because I know God is, and I have faith. And a lot of people like you, if you sit there and feel this way or you act like this, you're not showing God that you have faith. No, that's not true.
That's true.
I don't want my son to have to go through all this pain and suffering. That's my son. And for me, hey
That's right.
Tiara, and for
Good
me to
morning,
know
Tara.
he has to go through all this chemo and putting all this in his body to break this stuff down so it can get smaller, and he's got, he's having issues. All his hair is just falling out, just patches of hair. Now, let me say something. My baby don't have no hair on top. He don't have no hair up here. He kind of got a little bit like his mama, and then he got his dad. His dad didn't have hair, but he had a whole lot of around here and a whole bunch of beard and mustache. Well, all of that is just falling out. I came home one day and it was like all in the bed. I couldn't believe it. I was almost terrified. Like, baby, what's going on? And then you're like, Mom, it's gonna fall out. So I'm good. I'm good. But I'm not just using this month as breast cancer month awareness. I'm using it as any cancer, any type of cancer awareness. And if any one of your family members that's out there, you know what, and they're going in remission or they're going through it, you know what, celebrate them today. Celebrate them this month.
Celebrate them, yeah. In
Celebrate
fact,
this.
drop their name in the chat.
Yes,
Drop their
type their
name in the
names in the
chat.
chat.
It's
We
celebration.
can all pray for them, and we want to rejoice with the ones who's in remission, who's got the chance to ring that bell. I can't wait till my son ring it. I'm like gonna be right there. I know I'm gonna be in tears because I know it's coming. But we still got a road to go. We got a little time to go with this. So I know I took up. I
Right.
should thank you everybody for all the prayers.
Thank you.
Because all the prayers of the righteous prevail much, and we know that. So we're thanking God. Now my pink on my face don't have anything to do with no breast cancer month. I got a pimple.
So you put pink. What do you do? Put some pink toothpaste or something on you
No, it's
on
a
your face?
pink patch. It's a star. See
Okay.
it? It's a pink.
Pink patch
They
on
sell
pimple.
little patches, so hey, I got a pink, why not? Anyway, BFF, whatever. Go ahead, girl. I know we only got a second to go, but you got something you want to tell her? Thank you. Thank
Um,
you, cousin.
Actually, I was going to talk about cancer. And what you said, and just kind of to piggyback off of you. So many people talk about breast cancer, but there's so many different forms of cancer. I've had people on both sides of my family with cancer, including breast cancer. And I just feel that it needs to be cancer awareness all the way across the board, because you get some people who feel that the only form of cancer that they can get is breast cancer. And that is not true. You don't know where it comes from, how it starts, or where it begins. But please, people, just pay attention to your body. Your body gives you signs, gives you warning signs. Extreme headaches, go to the doctor. A bruise or something that you've never seen before, go to the doctor. There's so many different things. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a poster that my face is up on the wall in the doctor's office, because baby, I'm running in there. The minute something doesn't feel right, I'm getting an appointment and I'm getting in there, because you are your own best advocate. You have to advocate for yourself. So that's what I was going to talk about this morning. Is
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm excited about this segment. This young man wants to talk about, and I know it's dear to his heart and it's coming from his heart. So our topic today we're gonna do is fighting to be daddy when fathers show up and still get shut out. And I
yes,
don't know how many people have dealt with this with the parents or how have any understanding of it. I'm excited because I'm going to see and listen and hear through his voice and see through his eyes what he feels that this, what about this topic. And right after our little introduction, of course, I'll give you a little introduction. Right after this, we're gonna bring our guest on. I want all y'all to give them and show them some love, give them some love, talk about it,
That's right.
comment. And if you have any strength and hope, I want y'all to be able to be part of this, because this is America now, and I know we need to be really understanding the concepts of loving our children unconditionally, even through the battles of relationships. But right after this, we're gonna go ahead on and talk about.
Today on What's in the Bag, we're having a raw and real conversation about the fathers who step up emotionally, financially, and spiritually, yet still find themselves shut out of their children's lives. Special guest Tee Stokes empties his bag and speaks his truth about love, pain, and the fight to be present when the world makes it hard. It's not about blame, it's about healing. Because every child deserves both love and presence. What's in the Bag, where we give a voice to the voiceless.
Good morning! Look at him
Good
bringing it
morning.
up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. I am wonderful.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. We are excited about this topic. I know I am. I was trying to get as
Mm-hmm.
many people on as possible to kind of to see what you got going on in your bag. And we grateful again, as I told you. Good morning, Vicky. As I told you when you come on, we appreciate you emptying your bag. So I
Absolutely.
got a question for you before we get started. I know you have a cup of something because we was just drinking it. What's in your cup? What you got in that cup?
Well, it's just some orange juice. It's
Mm,
nothing more than that. I'm not a coffee person.
good.
So this orange juice is doing it for me.
Right, I'm talking about. Yeah, right, I'm talking about. So this is my next question to you. What's in your bag, boy? Tell me what's in the bag.
All right. Good evening. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. To everybody. Um, what exactly I've been dealing with and making this topic is fathers that want to show up for their children, but the woman kind of keeps them at bay, don't want them to be around. I think that it's a very hard topic. I'm hearing a kickback. Okay.
We hear you.
Uh,
You good. You just keep
okay.
Yeah,
talking.
you good.
Got you. I um I 100% miss my daughter. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I have two other kids
Mm.
as well, so I have three total. Um, my sons they live in Michigan, but my daughter she lives 30 minutes from me. I have not physically seen her in 3 years.
Jesus.
Um, when I went to the courts and I talked to them, they kind of came to me and they said 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 to be able to fight this case. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, God, where am I going to get this kind of money from? And sometimes when you know you haven't done anything to the child or the mother, you just kind of want to give up. You rather just say, "Oh well, I'll let the other man or whoever raise your kids." But I've been fighting. I've been talking to quite a lot of people, and it's been a very difficult thing because every little girl needs their father, every son needs their mother, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
try to give 110%, but the issue and the problem that we came to is the financials. And my belief is if a man can't financially do what he needs to do, does that take away his fatherhood or his permission to be a father? I don't think that it
Jesus.
does. So what bothers me with it is that all I wanted it is to have my alone time to build my own relationship with this with my daughter, and it was never given to me. It was always I have to be there. She had to be there, and I'm like, okay,
Mm,
I accepted it. Um, but 100%, it has turned me up inside as a man and taken me to a depressional stage in my life because I can't see my daughter. Now, I wanted to show y'all something. This is a picture of all three of my kids. Uh,
Beautiful
that's my
babies.
daughter. That's when she was little. She doesn't look like that anymore. She's much bigger. But this little girl and my kids just mean everything to me. And I'm I'm in my soft energy when it comes to her because I want her to know I'm your father and I want to protect you.
Hmm.
I don't want the next man to, when I'm here, to give you all that I possibly can, but how your mother feels about me is what's hurting me more than anything. Because if $1 million was given to you, that would solve a lot of financial issues. But would that honestly make that little girl know my dad's a protector? My dad's here. No, they just see a lot of money. They don't care about that. They want you as the father. And that's all that I've honestly tried to be from the beginning. And it's been taken away from me.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's how I personally feel.
Mm.
Was there? I mean, and I'm gonna ask this question. I know it's not Q&A time, but I just was there an issue between you and the mother when the child was born? Were y'all together at the time when the baby was born?
This is going to be something that's off the record. If I know it's some family members of mine that's on here, so they know this story. My daughter was never conceived through sex, so I've never been intimate with her mother. It's never been a sexual thing. My daughter was created through artificial insemination
Oh wow.
or IVF. So her mother was my friend. She's seen how I fought for my sons, and she helped me.
Hmm.
I give her that. So she says, if you give me this child, I want you to be a part of the child's life. I thought, and it's just pure ignorance. The only way you have a child is through intimacy,
Hmm.
but it's other ways.
Yep.
And when I gave her that gift, and I gave her that, I made a choice right then and there and said, Lord, I want another son. And he said, nope, I'm gonna give you a daughter. And in him giving me that, I said, I got to go that much harder for my baby girl because my dad went hard for my sisters. My dad is
Hmm.
a person that has a lot of kids. And at one particular time, it was 5 or 6 of us in the house at one time. I was the only boy. My dad was the only man. It was all my sisters. So I witnessed how to be there for my daughter since I was 6, 7, 8, 19. So I want to give the same thing.
Hmm.
So it was no negative. I was given an option. I could be a part or not. And I chose to be a part. If I made a choice to not be a part of a life, the world would have never known nothing about her. Nobody would have, because I didn't put my business out there. And I felt that I made the right choice. When she sees me, she lights up.
Mm.
But sometimes I used to sit back, and as I'm hugging her and I'm playing with her, I would kind of look at her mom, and her mom had a very devilish face.
Wow.
It was like a jealousy thing. And I'm in my mind like, we're not in competition. You
Hmm.
carried her. This is our child together. We just did it a different way. God blessed us with this opportunity to raise a little girl to be the next president, to be whatever.
Hmm.
And it comes to the point in the building stages that when you try to control a person and their every move, you can't control me.
That's
I
right.
respectfully gonna move to now. I will compromise and I will hear what you say. I will understand where you're coming from. I don't do cursing, yelling, screaming at me, and even trying to put your hands on me. I'm 100% be the best representation, the best father I can for that little girl. If the God came down and told me, said, "Listen, we're gonna take your life, for your child," I do it 10 times over and wouldn't think seconds forward. So that's the issue and the problem that we had.
Mm. Mm.
Wow, I have to say this to you, and you and I we spoke briefly on Thursday about this. My husband was in a similar situation, and
Right.
I say this, it's a lot of people out there. I'm so glad that you came on to empty out your bag, because this is a topic that truly needs to be discussed. There are a lot of fathers out there who want to be father, daddy, whatever they want to be in their children's lives, and the mother operates from a place of hurt and bitterness for whatever reason, and they prevent, they stop the dad from being a part of. And you said something about finances. If someone does not have the money, and we had someone on the show that spoke about this. Azim was on the show and he spoke about this. If you don't have the money financially to provide the amount of support that the state or the mother wants you to provide, that doesn't mean that you're not a good dad. um the love that you have in your heart, that you can show and that you can share and that you can pour into this child, has no dollar value to it. It has no dollar value to it. And I have to say this to you: keep fighting. Do not stop fighting. There are some organizations out there that will help you. One of the organizations, and I've said this before, is called Dads Are Parents Too,
Q&A.
and it is a great, great program that will help you. Legal aid is another program that will help you. Reach out to your legal aid group in your community. And there are some people there, and I'm gonna tell you something: don't give up. The yellow pages is a good friend. Pick it up and just start going through there and just start dialing. Just call up attorneys and say, this is what's going on. And you will find that there are some that will be willing to pick up your case and not charge a dime for it. Some of them do cases pro bono. I can only imagine the pain the pain that you're going through. Um, and this brings me to another one. I know that you said that you have all your sisters and your family and so on and so forth. Have any of them reached out to the mother to try and talk with her on your behalf?
Well, the funny thing about it is they've never talked to her, but they've talked to her sister. And her sister is like, she doesn't support what's going on because before everything hit the fan, I was active. I was able to see her. So I've never did anything to the child. Never touched her, never disciplined her in a disrespectful, never yelled at her, never cussed at her, never put her in any hurt, harm, or danger, never mistreated her. All of those same things, it's never happened to the mother. So when my older sister had talked to her sister, she's just like, how do we see the baby? And her sister's kind of like, she doesn't want him to see it. And what I feel in my heart, she got what she wanted. She don't
Yep.
need a man for nothing. But the
Mm,
ending,
Yep.
that's the bad way to do it
Yeah.
because I'm active. I want to be a part of it. So,
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I feel like there was a motive in the beginning. First of all, y'all wasn't in
mhm.
love. Y'all conceived the baby not by intimacy, which God put us together for that reason. It's intimacy for children, and I feel that that's what she did. But question for you: when you had this initial conversation
mhm.
with her about having a child, well, I can't say for you. I'm just saying with you because it wasn't for you; it was for her. Did
Yeah.
you feel that she had that type of motive about the whole situation, or was it? Did she make you feel that maybe that's what she wanted? She needed you as a dad, or maybe your characteristics made you look like you'll be a good dad. What did she make you feel like when she asked you this question? Because that's a big
Yeah.
move to make, to give you my baby, because us women, we think that they're ours, which they're not ours. They're the men, because they're the men's sperm, and that's the man
Hmm.
has to. We just fertilize them and hold them. So we got
Right.
thing. We take ownership over the child because we have to incubate it and take care of it. But what did you feel when she asked you this? Because that's a big step.
Great question. In the beginning, you got to remember. So my daughter's 5. This question was asked to me over about 10 years ago. My 10 years ago mentality was
Wow.
different than today. So when it
Hmm.
was originally asked to me, I was like, I don't want no more kids because of what I was enduring with my son's mother. And I literally know that God is good because he changed her heart. Is our relationship at 100%? Nah, it's probably not even at 50%. But we have an understanding. I don't have to communicate with her. I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. So she was aware of what I was going through. So in her knowing what I was going through, she was like, I see what you're doing. I think you're a phenomenal man. Um, I would like to have a child, but we don't have to be intimate. It's other ways. I did my investigation. So she has her entire life together. She has money, she has real estate, she has 4 or 5 businesses, great career.
Mm-hmm.
So she's sitting on a mountain of
Mm.
money,
Mm-hmm.
financials. She
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't have a child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this would complete her. So I seen, okay, my son or daughter won't be in the poorhouse. She's
Hmm.
going to give that child the best education. She's going to materialistic them out because she's a very materialistic person. Um, and then she has a relationship with God. I prayed about it. I told her, give me some time. And I heard God's voice tell me to help her out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I immediately acted on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to the
Mm.
doctor. Had to do some tests, and they said, "You're." I know this is PG, but your sperm count is up there.
Well,
So
you
you're
good.
young, and I was like, so you telling me, Doc, I can go in there and make it happen?
Right. You knew that you had 2 more days.
Huh? You mean to tell me I'm good? That's what's up.
Right. Right.
So, um, the first time that we tried, it didn't work.
Mm.
So we had to go back a second time,
Wow.
and it worked. And you got to understand, I work in the trucking business, so to get a call from the doctor, and if many people don't know how it goes like
Mhm.
this: they have to grow multiple babies,
Right.
like 50 to 100, and they take
Hmm.
the one and then they kill off the rest. So for a doctor to call me and say, we have grown 120 babies, I almost passed out. I was like,
Wow.
what you mean? That's so much child support. That's $8 a piece. I had to carry the one, $6 for that baby. I got to work at McDonald's. And I be out here selling clothes. I got to braid hair. I got to do 5, 10 jobs to take care of all these kids. That was my mental. I
Right.
said, hold on, Doc, let me pull over. So I ended up pulling over, and he's like, oh, no, 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 you're not going to have 100. I said, whew,
Mm,
thank you, Lord.
mm.
Because I would have been a deadbeat dad for real. I'd have said, forget them kids. I don't care nothing
I
about
would
them.
go,
Care nothing
please.
about them kids. Yes. But that was my mentality.
Right.
And wholeheartedly, it came down to 2 kids. One ended up dying, and the baby girl that I had was the only one that survived. All the rest of them died off naturally.
Mm,
Wow.
And she was the only one that lived.
Mm.
So I felt honored because of the situation. Now, if it was in reverse, meaning she living in the crack house and she doesn't look like she's a good fit mother, it would have been no from the word go.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for the future, I said this child's gonna be all right.
Wow.
So that's why I said yes.
I think
Well, let me ask.
I'm sorry, Yvonne, I'm just gonna say this, I'm gonna let you have it. Financially, with the boys, was you taking care of them before you, I mean, financially taking care of them before you made the decision with this lady? Because I think she took more advantage of that part of the situation than she did fact that, you know uh, because you said some major things. She's well to do, she's this, she's that, she's this, she got the money, she's able to take care of her.
Hmm.
I'm believing maybe that's where her grounds was when she started this. Not not more of jealousy. I think she
Yeah.
knew she can target you and get your sperm and become the mother that she wanted to be than anything about being jealous of your relationship with her, because she didn't want no father. She didn't want a dad. That's why y'all wasn't intimate. That's my thought process. But go ahead, Yvonne. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I was going to say, to me, based on some of the things that you said, she's in one area. She saw you guys as equally yoked from the hardworking. You fought for your other children. So if anything, in her mind, she's probably thinking along, if something ever happened to me, he'll be here for the child. He's going to stand up. He'll fight for her, the whole 9 yards.
Hmm.
But take us to that day when, because you said that you were in her life for 2 years, and then for 3 years you haven't been. Take us to that day or that moment when she said that. What did she do? Just come to you and just say, "I don't want you to be a part of her life anymore."
That's a great question. So for the world to know this, this is what happened. When she was 2 years old, I went through a dark moment in my life.
Mm.
Um, I lost somebody very near dear to me 20 years ago. This person in the spiritual realm came to me right here in this floor in my house. I was mopping the floor, and because I never mourned over his death, I never cried. I had to be there for the family. So when he came to me. I was over emotional, and my son's mother called me after I had been crying. For 10 minutes of my life, I allowed the devil to slide right in there. What I was thinking and what came out of my mouth, I did not feel that way 10 minutes after I said it.
Mm,
She called me and she said, "What's wrong? What are you doing? What's going on?" And I said, "Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." And she said, "No, talk to me." She's like, I know you now, and you're tugging on my heart. What are you dealing with?" I said these words, and I didn't mean it. I said, "Sometimes I wish I was with my brother. I felt suicidal. I feel the world is against me." And I said, "I just don't want to live no more sometimes." She stopped me. She said, "I'll never want to hear you say that. You got three kids that need you, and they are there for you. And these words is nothing but from the pits of hell."
mm,
I immediately cried uncontrollably that I threw up. I was on my floor and I was begging God for forgiveness. I said, "Lord, please help me. Please help me with this matter." Like, I don't know why I allowed the devil to come back in it. But from that day of telling her how I felt, everything changed.
Wow.
I
wow.
was never, ever able to go back to her house
Wow.
for a year and a half. So let's do some math. That's almost 4 years old.
Wow.
My
Hmm.
mom was over there one day and I called her and I was like, "Look, can I come to the house and see baby girl? I got to talk to you about something anyway." Miraculously, she said, "Yeah, sure, come through." Had been there a whole year and a half. Every time that I wanted to see my daughter, I had to see her in a public area, like the parks and museums and everything like that. And I didn't mind it. I was seeing her every other weekend. I go over there, I sit down and have a conversation with her. Her name, I'm not going to tell her
That's
name
my
because
mother, the baby mama.
yeah.
Okay.
My daughter's mom, I said, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Why is it that I'm not able to come to your house anymore? This is what she said out of her mouth. Mm, I was meaning to talk to you about that. I said, talk to me about what? She said, T, when you said that you felt suicidal, I thought you was gonna come and kill me and my daughter.
Mm.
You talking about sucking the air out the room? I was like, what? I never heard this before in my life. So I said, what'd you say? Yeah, I thought you was gonna kill both of us. He said, well, what I went through had nothing to do with y'all. I was going through dark moments that had nothing to do with nobody that was even living.
Mm.
And I said,
Mm.
it gotta be something else. What's the real reason? She's like, no, that's the real reason. She's like, I don't feel safe with you in my house. I said, if I may ask questions, have I ever yelled at you? Have I ever showed you anything negative? Have I ever threatened to do anything to you? Every question that I asked that day was greeted with no.
Mm.
I said, fear is not of God. We fear God, but God doesn't put fear in us to be feared to other things. How could you be fearful when I've never shown you anything?
Mm.
So she gave me two references. The two references blew my mind. She said, did you watch on the news? That young man went to UPS, killed his baby mother, went to the daycare, killed the daughter, went to the Wendy's parking lot and killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what in the hell does that got to do with me?
Mm.
She was like, you could do something like that. I said, well, what if I don't do something like that? Like, if you can think of the side of, I would do this, did you ever think maybe he's not or would never do that? Then she said, and you know that guy in Hollywood, Twitch, he used to work on the Ellen show.
Mm-hmm.
He committed suicide. He went to the hotel. I said, you would believe anything that the news tell you. But the real fact is, he didn't commit suicide. He was killed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
said, do more research than what the news tell you.
Yeah.
I said, you can't categorize me in those circumstances because if we pull up factual information about suicide victims, they don't ever tell
They
nobody.
don't tell anybody. They don't.
Mm-mm.
They never
They
do.
don't tell anybody.
They just do it.
Nope.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I said, I'm going to even go on a limb without even doing the research. It's about 80% of people that have killed themselves. Why do you feel in so many interviews, the parents and the people and their friends say this one statement? I didn't even know what he was going through.
That's right.
Because they don't tell nobody.
Mm.
They don't want to be stopped. They want to go through with what they did. And sometimes they're successful. I told you something because I felt comfortable
And she
sharing that
asked.
information with you.
And she asked.
And
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
asked. Now, a person off the street could have never asked me these questions, then I go and tell you, I'd be like, I'm good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
straight. But somebody I trust, you use my weak moment, you use it against me.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've interfered in the process of the kid. But my mentality is you needed something on me. You needed some
Mm-hmm.
type of dirt for you to work. You was not scared of me. Because I then asked the question, well, why was we always going to public places? She said, I didn't feel you would kill me in front of people. I said, you don't really know mass shootings. Mass shooting solidifies somebody else is watching.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody noticed that this shooting is going on. I said, how long have I known you where you live? She was like, mm, 13, 14 years. I said, okay, let's put a pin in that. What are those people called that break into houses? I said, it start with a B. She's like, I said, a burglar. Does a burglar go to the front door and say, oh man, you got a lock on the door? I'm not going in there. No, they're going in. If I felt that this piece of glass that's called to your front door would stop me as a killer, I'm still coming in here. I've never brought you in no harm. You can look in your cameras for 1 year. You'll never see me have popped up over here. I don't do
Mm-hmm.
those type of things. If you brought 10 people in that knows me personally, they will never say, T is a violent person. I can get that way if you touch my kids. You're going to see a whole side and be like, well, I didn't know he would have beat him up that bad. Yeah, mess with mine, and I show you that side. But God has delivered me from that. So she told me she was in fear of me, which is not true.
Well, let me say
Yeah.
this, and I'm reading a lot of the comments on the side, and
Mm-hmm.
feels that she was being cautious. I mean, I love you too. She even said, and I'm gonna put it up there. She said, she was being cautious because of what she heard. And
Uh-huh.
then we got Leon. Is it Linus? He
Jay
said,
Lyons.
Jay Lyons. He said you never gave her a reason to be fearful. And then I love you. I like what she said. Also, she said this is going to be complicated to repair without therapy for a resolution to
Mm-hmm.
build trust. And he's a Jeremy Lee. He said
Jamie Lee.
Jamie Lee, you're definitely not a violent person. You have a huge heart, I guess is what you're saying. Look what
Mm-hmm.
she
That's
did
my family
for
member.
her, so she would be a mother. Yeah, and I'm, I'm not judging anything. I feel like,
Yeah.
teeter totter, teeter totter. I get it. I can kind of get both sides of what people may
Yeah. I was going to.
feel and
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
what maybe they may not feel. The sad part about this whole thing, the child, you know, um,
Mm-hmm.
is involved. The child has, no say so if she'll be able to see her dad or not see her dad.
Uh-huh.
And I feel that what this has become is become a problem that only like I love you too said therapy,
Therapy.
understanding where you at, maybe you as a person, and you like Yvonne said, there's a whole lot of stuff out there to help you. But maybe
Uh-huh.
as you as a person, you may need to talk to someone and seek some counseling yourself. And
Yeah.
I
if
do it every Friday.
okay, so if you're doing that,
Wonderful.
then we need to get a time where now she and I'm hoping and praying that she will be able to be involved in that because I'm not saying that she's not fearing because she putting
Mm.
all of this stuff out. And when you read and look at all this stuff that's going on in the world, you
Mm-hmm.
do get kind of like, oh my God, is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
You go up in your head, you do all
Uh-huh.
these theories and thinking
Yeah.
that this person, and like you said, she knew you. She knew, she been knowing you for all these years, but she didn't know that part of you. Okay, so that
Right.
part you showed, and I also realized I can do 100 good things to you, but if there's one bad thing I do to you, that one thing sticks more than that 100 good things,
Right.
and
Right.
that's where there's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell you something about the therapy?
Hmm.
So you said we should do therapy. I agree. June 13th, 2024, you and my family is aware I lost my mother.
Hmm.
My mother was in my daughter's life 100% through my finances. I used to send my mother over there. So my mother lived about 15 minutes. I would Uber her there, Uber her back home. Every Wednesday, that was my contribute.
Hmm.
All right. My mother passed away. I let her know on the 15th, my daughter's mom. She wanted me to tell her what happened through text message. I said, we're not having that. Call me. Let's have a conversation. She calls me hours later. I let her know what's going on. Then what happened next was she was trying to get off the phone, but I stopped it. I said, when can I see my daughter? This is out of her mouth. She said, well, we're not really seeing eye to eye, so we need some therapy. I said, say less. I said, so I get this clear. If I set up the therapy, at least 2 sessions, will you come and then allow me to see my daughter? She said, yeah. Oh, say less. 24 hours, I found a therapist out of Montana. He is Zoom ready. I paid $375 in 24 hours. Gave her all the login information to the Zoom. Let her know, allowed her to pick. He has this day, this day, this day, this time, this time, this time. She said, let's pick this day, this time. I said, say less. I said, are we able to do every 2 weeks for the first 2 sessions? She said, yes. Cool, not a problem. The session happens. And this therapist doesn't know me, doesn't know her. He does more listening. He threw a couple questions in that hour and a half session, maybe 3. That was it. He listened.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the session. Now it's time for the second session. Second session, 2 weeks later. It sends her an email reminder, sends me an email reminder. 5 hours before the session, I text her. Hey, just want to give you a heads up. We got a session, 6 o'clock. Is that still cool with you? Now,
Mm-hmm.
my reason of making sure is because I want to see my daughter. That's one. But the other portion of it, let's stick to a commitment so I show you how serious I am. If you want to control the narrative, I have to follow it because you are the source to my child. Let me go and do it your way. Your way. I play your game. I throw my hand up. Second session comes. It's at 6. 10 minutes to 6, I jump on. 5 minutes to 6, he add me into the conversation. 6 o'clock, she's not there. 6:05, she's not there. 6:30, she's not there. He says, Mr. Stokes, I'm sorry, but you know the rules that I set in the beginning. The rules were if she doesn't show up or if I don't show up, he's charging me $100. It's business. It's not personal. This man don't know me.
Right. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't show up. I got charged. I had to hang up the phone. I'm sending her message after message. I'm calling her. No answer. So this happened at 6. At 8:30 the next morning, I still have the text message to this day. T, I'm sorry. I got a lot going on. I can't do this right now. I'll let you know when. 2 days after that, I was blocked from her social media, her email, her
Mm.
phone, and I don't have no way to get in contact with her. I have sent other people to call. If she don't know the number, she lets it ring and blocks that person.
Hmm.
Wow.
Is she involved? Is she involved in a new relationship? Does she get involved in a new relationship?
Wow.
Yeah. She told the therapist something that blew my mind. She told the therapist, I don't feel comfortable with him coming to my house. I'm in a new relationship because he might kill him too.
Nah.
Mm. Mm.
What?
Mm-mm.
The most I've ever killed was a fly. They didn't pay
Mm.
bills here. But that's where I'm sitting right now.
So
Yeah.
Tracy Miller, I know my baby. She said there was conversation regarding having the baby, but was there a conversation about how the baby was going to be raised and how
Yes.
decisions were going to be made regarding
Mhm.
the child? Yeah, yeah.
So they
He
were.
100% they
Okay.
were.
Yep, he said that.
Was there anything put in writing? Did you guys put anything in writing regarding the arrangement?
Being honest, we did not.
Didn't.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It was a backdoor. It was, I mean, this was
Yeah.
something that And I'm not trying to judge, but I feel that this was a plan that was already planned out, and
Yeah.
I don't know her real reason. I don't like my brother said, only those two knows the real story. He can only listen. We can only listen, not and
Mm-hmm.
watch. But I don't know this lady. I don't know what her mindset, her mental statement is, and why she's doing what she's doing. But sometimes when we make decisions and choices like this is a big one because I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe you was in a relationship with someone and she just didn't want you to be involved. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
realize the other part of it was, there was no intimacy there in the first place. There was nothing there to hold on to. She didn't even have no real love for you to allow her. This baby grew in her stomach, so she grew love for that baby, no matter
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
what she looked like, who it's from, because that's the same thing with most mothers. You got those mothers that look at their child, oh, you look just like dad, pow. But then you got those ones that don't care what your child looked like. It grew up inside of you. I'm
Yeah.
attached to you. I love you. But there was no intimacy relationship with you. So it's easy to just not have you involved.
The
Right.
intimate part of the relationship was never established.
Of a
So
staff.
going forward, you don't have that, don't have that relationship. And here's a comment from Jay Lyons. And they said that is a valid statement. The child is caught in the middle, and all she wants to be is with her mom and her dad, whether together or separate. And I
Mhm.
strongly agree with it. And I mean, I have so many
Like this one right here.
comments that I can
Are
that
you
I
on
can
the
make
birth
on that.
certificate?
I am. I do. I got the birth certificate right in there.
Oh, you got a lot more on your side than you think.
Let
Hmm.
me ask you this. Did you legitimize the child? Birth certificate, because they had that legitimization law.
Legitimization. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am not legitimized. I have the paperwork already filled out. I just
Mm-hmm.
have to present it to the Fulton County
Get it done.
magistrate, pay that money,
Oh, you
and they're
Fulton
going to
County. Oh, you
cemetery.
Georgia.
Yeah.
So
She
you're in
was
Georgia.
Georgia. Remember, he just said
Yeah.
East Point. He was talking
Oh,
about East Point.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
I live
yeah.
in
So,
Douglasville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Hey, Douglasville, man. Douglasville.
Douglasville. Oh yeah, I can. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm not going to say that you have an uphill climb because
Hmm.
it's become more and more common about the legitimization rights. So
Right.
you have to get that established
Yes.
first. I know some people that they had the child before they got married, and when they got
Hmm.
married and they wound up going through a divorce, there wasn't a whole lot that they could do because the child was never legitimized. It doesn't matter anymore about the child being about you signing the birth certificate, other than child support. You sign off on that birth certificate, you're stuck like Chuck, whether the child is yours biologically or not for the next 18 years. But with the
Right.
legitimization, that's the first thing that you have to get done is
Yes.
getting that established. And then legal aid will step in and help you. We're in Georgia. I know quite a few people that I've sent that route and they got the help that they
Yeah.
needed, but the first things first is
They need
getting
to.
that
That's right.
legitimization
You
done.
need that. You need to do that. And once you do that, I mean, your name on a birth certificate, so it's not like they won't believe that part. And then
Yeah,
whatever goes on with it, and just like you're doing with the therapy,
continue that.
continue that, continue to what you're doing. It'll run in your favor. And just by you emptying your bag right now, you just know right now that this is the start. This is the big. This is not even the start. This is the middle.
Hmm.
And now you get ready to be more elevated. I don't feel that it is anybody's right to keep anybody away from their child. I
No.
don't. I don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't see. And this is my judgment now. I mean, I have 5 children, even though dads might act like a crazy maniac, I still want them to know. I want my kid. Well, the last one is the last one anyway, because the other ones have passed away. But I do want them to know who their dad is. I do want them
Hmm.
to understand where they come from. This child going to have a lot of questions, and sometimes the only one who can answer that is the dad. Um,
Right.
Hmm.
so I commend you. I really do. I
Yeah.
commend you. I'm really in awe I finally got to someone. I never knew how this worked, but this is deep, and it
This
goes
is
deep.
deep.
It goes deep.
And there are some family advocacy groups that will assist you as
Yeah.
well. And in Fulton County, they do have like they have a victims' rights advocacy group. They also have
Hmm.
a family rights advocacy group. And you can get registered and signed up with them, and they will help you as well. And then the other thing is sign up for parenting courses as well in conjunction with the therapy, because all those things will, like Marina said, will start to play in your favor. And what you'll
Mhm.
be doing is minimizing her being able to utilize what you said in a
Yeah,
moment
yeah,
of
yeah,
of being naked and not ashamed to her,
yeah.
sharing that with her, that she won't be able to utilize that against
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Just keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing. I mean, yes. So you got some great comments on the side. People is
Hmm.
actually saying good luck to you. Telling you to fight. Don't give up. I'm seeing all of this. At the end of the day, the child is going to have resentment for the mom. Sometimes, a lot of times it does happen that way because the
Hmm.
mom's doing what they're doing. But we don't even want to get it to that point. We want to get to the point that we want you to be a part of this child life as she before she gets
That's right.
because it's not up to the mom to do this to make the choices and decisions on the if dad should be in the picture or not.
Hmm.
It's not. I don't believe that's the right thing for anybody to do. Man, I enjoyed you. I enjoyed
Man, oh man.
I enjoy every word came out of your mouth. Do you hear what's coming out my mouth?
Oh,
I
I
yes.
enjoy
enjoy
you.
this conversation. Yeah, this
And
was
I am
good.
looking forward to you coming back on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to hearing in the future how you got your baby and y'all went to the zoo or
That's right.
somewhere together and you went and got some ice cream and all the little things that means a lot to us little kids, little girls. I wish my dad was fighting that hard. Come on, fight for me. Because, see, when you fight for your little girl, that little girl feels special in the world. Daddy treats,
Yeah,
teaches daughter how a man should treat them and when they get older.
that's right. That's
Exactly.
right.
Important.
Exactly.
Very important. Very
That's
important.
right.
Like I said, I appreciate you. Go ahead, Vaughn. You got to say something to him before we get up off here.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story, because it takes a brave man. Women, we pour our hearts out all the time, but it takes a
Mhm,
brave man to be able to step into the public's eye and say, "This is what's going on in my life, and these
mhm.
are the reasons why." And I love you too. She said something. She said, "With your therapy, having confirmed that you are safe to be around your
That's
child."
right.
So that's something else that. So
Your
thank you for that.
cousin
I love
said
you
he
too. So
love
yeah,
you. He proud of you. Great father.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. So,
God fearing man.
yeah. I know you're a God fearing man. You want
You
him to
got the support.
Yeah, you got our support. Let us know
You
what
got the
we can
support.
do.
Yes.
We want to find out, I talk to you on the phone and make sure you're doing. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what little girls need. This is what I'm excited for
And I
you.
got a great attorney that may be willing
Yeah, to
for you
help
to
you.
talk to.
Yes, yes. At least talk to you. Give you some good advice. Okay. So
Yeah.
let
I'll
us get up
definitely be
out of
open to it.
here, man. Hold on. I will be right with you. Right back with you. Okay.
Yes.
I'm loving this. This was a
Woo.
great conversation. I know
Yes.
y'all loved it too because y'all are commenting back here and send some strength and hope to this young man because he needs
Yes.
it. Everybody comes on with some success stories, but the stories that is like this, we need more people to get involved and understand what he can do. So y'all can even go back and watch it and maybe put some comments or give
Yeah.
him some advice on what he can do, and especially you men. You men out here who are dads, who understand this, who can relate to this. Give them some strength and hope.
Oh man, he left. I was going to ask him if he had a Facebook page, an email, or something where
He
people can.
said he don't, so we're gonna go ahead on and we're gonna let him have that. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so we get ready to get up out of here.
Yeah.
You can go ahead
Yeah.
and take us out.
Hey guys, look, a powerful story today. Powerful story. Lots of lessons in the midst of it, and blessings as well. So go back and look at this and share this, because this is a story that needs to be heard. The different types of things that men go through in trying to be a dad as well. And with that being said, guys, it's beautiful out here. It is so beautiful. But let me give you the rundown. Motivational, our what's in the bag with the question mark, the directory. That is where you guys can find out about up and coming events. And then we also have what's in the bag, our group page, where we have Motivational Monday, Talk About It Tuesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, and Friday. And that is our interactive page where whatever the topic is for the upcoming Saturday, you will find everything geared towards that topic. So, and I thank all of you guys that have been participating. We have some great conversations and some great comments during the week. And then you guys can find us what's in the bag, Twitch, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook is where we go live. But Twitch and YouTube is What's in the Bag 21. No separations. And the number 21 at the end. What's in the bag? And listen, guys, we need you guys to help us to continue to grow our YouTube channel. It is growing, and I appreciate all of you guys. But hey, share, like, share, and subscribe. Or subscribe, like, and share. Share it with other people and have them and encourage them to sign up as well. You guys can go back and see all the segments that we've done, as well as our segments that we do live. And then if you guys want to reach out to us, DM us any show, a segment, a topic that you guys want us to discuss, reach out and let us know. We would love to take and chat with you.
Thank y'all. We love y'all.
We love y'all.
We love y'all.
Hey guys, stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day. Love
And
you
we'll
guys.
see y'all on next week on Saturday. We sorry that all the ones that wanted to go with us at the film fest is still going on. You still can show up. Enjoy yourself. Go
still show up and support them.
It's still going on. You ain't necessarily got to be in what's in the bag, but it's still going on right here next weekend. So go check it out. It's fun. It's really you'll learn a whole lot about us. Actors, actresses, merchants, and everything. Just go try to see what's going on. We appreciate you. You have a wonderful week.
You guys.
God bless y'all.